Ladies and gentlemen, it has been one hell of an eventful week over here at King Condor & Co. This is episode number 2 of Eliop being retarded on the internet. He just can't stop dropping the ball. He's trying to hide the facts and play it off as I don't know what's going on, man. He's just salty for this, that, and the other. But it's okay because you can guarantee to get all the information you need right here, and we're going to drop all the knowledge right now. The topic of this video is going to be copium. Everyone in this situation is coping. For example, I'm currently coping thinking that Eliop's going to show up on the 26th of August at the Mage Bank to fight me. If he wants it back, if he wants to become the king of the Mage Bank again, all he has to do is fight me and beat me. I don't think he's going to either show up, or if he does show up, he's not going to live stream it, and he's not going to wear the same gear that I'm saying that we have to wear for our risk. So that's me coping there. But now let's discuss some other topics on this matter. You may have noticed in the intro we had a few familiar faces, one unknown face. We're going to go over that right now. First of all, Didabit has been quiet this whole time. That's good. I'm happy. He's deceased. We're moving on. Didabit has decided to wise up. He's finally being smart about this whole situation. And like I said originally, that technically started this whole beef. He shut the fuck up for once. But now we have to deal with two other retards before we deliver the smackdown on Eliop14. The first one is easy. We'll deal with Mazhar first. You guys probably have no idea who this cunt is. He was in like Dead Man All-Stars once. He stopped making videos and streaming because no one washed his ass, because who the fuck wants to watch some Indian street shitter do absolutely fuck all in game but complain and struggle to pronounce the English language properly? So he's got a weird obsession with children. When BTCs was trying to like DM and like coax me into folding or some shit a couple of years ago, it'd be Mazhar, Dida, BTCs voice messaging me. It'd be like BTCs recording their voices and messaging me, and a lot of it has to do with just kids and children. There's a weird obsession and common trend here which follows with this tweet behind me now, and it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to even try to touch this topic. Not because obviously it's not likely this cunt's ever found a suitable sex candidate, given that he goes to TwitchCon and gets friend zoned by his favorite mods and flies people out. This is consistent in their group, flying people out from like Europe to America, not getting laid and getting absolutely fucked on over at TwitchCon. But also, they're just making up random, like, they think I've been married numerous times and I've got all these biological children. And I don't really understand the angle, but I would be doing some hard drive searches, and I'd be a little bit concerned if I was hanging around with these sort of people, which Eliop and BTCs and Didder and so on continue to keep this trend and keep this in motion. Obviously, if they don't say it on Twitch, they're not going to get banned for it, so they keep it in their little circle, but they can't help themselves but to try and bring this weird narrative and persona to light. So Mazhar he's coping. I don't know if it's because he can't get his hands on a child. I don't know if it's because he can't have a child. I don't know if it's because no one will watch his dumbass. I'm not sure what's going on here, Mazhar, but you are not him. That ain't happening. Stay in your fucking lane. No one cares. But let's move on now to the next retard in this scandal, which is BTCs. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He is back. He has risen from the grave. I'd love to say that he's forgotten his brain in the process, but I don't think he's had one to begin with. The man, the myth, the receding hairline used car salesman. That's right. Mr. BTC's Fred is back in action, and my God, it's not looking good for him, because all he's really done, I'll put some DMs up behind me. So here's what happened. I did a podcast with Saint Tits, who does like a lot of back-end work for Prison Joe and the base team for their podcastings and stuff and their videos. I did a podcast with him, and it turns out he's really good friends with BTCs, and they get along really well. And Saint Tits didn't like that we had a bit of beef. He thought that's not cool. He would like to try and reach out to BTCs and privately squash the beef. I was like, okay, I'm happy to do that. I have no like agenda here. I don't hold any grudges. If BTCs wants to kind of just move on from it, I figured we already have, so it couldn't hurt to just say, yeah, why not? Saint Tits is a nice guy. He asked more than reasonably. I thought, why not? It'd make me the bigger person as well, regardless of the outcome. And what I predicted came to pass. BTCs said no, and then kind of crashed out in my DMs saying, you're a shit person, and rada, rada, rada. Bearing in mind that he's the one who shares a business where his partner was, you know, convicted of countless sorts of frauds and scams and racketeering charges, where pretty much what's happened here is now they owe $4.8 million to the government. They have done for the past 3 years. I don't know. I don't think BTC's you're the best judge of character here, considering your business partner and good friend is the one that's ripping off fucking Uber and all that shit. Maybe you settle your debts first. He gets extradited from the Canada to the US. It's all available on the internet here. Links will be in the description down below if you want to access the website, but you got to like pay for shit, so I wouldn't recommend doing it. But just know that they owe a lot of money to the US government. They lost like 1,050 ether. It's not a good time for them. I understand why he's always mad. I think it's time to just go back to having me blocked, keeping in your lane, go back to crypto scamming and whatever gambling shit you're doing on Kick. Obviously you gave up RuneScape because I'm happy to have ended your career. Let's try not to revive something that's really not going to come back from the grave. No one wants to watch your dumb ass. Just go back, try pay off your debts, try be a responsible and reasonable person. Try not to commit any crimes for at least like 5 years. That would be really good. And most importantly, just stop being a fucking retard. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the finale, the grand slam, the smackdown on Eliop14 IQ. You've all seen the clip of where I was doing my little clue scroll ad, 13 HP, 8 HP from the Hellhound, and then Eliop stream sniped me, missed, I logged out, and I called him a faggot because that was the day after the video came out. He was watching me. I mean, what else? There's no better word in the English language to describe Eliop and how he's behaving right now. So I had to use it. Obviously, they got me banned on Twitch. Now, with the amount of viewers I get on Twitch, it's not many. My streaming, it's like 3% of my social platform, Twitch. I use it purely to like scrape ad revenue out of idiots that actually watch on that platform. So for me to get banned, I have to be manually reported. It's not the fact that I got banned. It's just interesting how Eliop's gone about this whole situation, okay? And we're going to discuss that now. Getting banned is totally fine. I said faggot, it's against Twitch's TOS. Of course that's going to happen. But I had to do it. I couldn't resist. It was too good. It was a golden moment. And we grab onto those and we fucking run with them. So I am proud of it, yes. What are you going to do about it? A homophobe? No, that's not what homophobia is. Shut the fuck up. So now let's move on to the next day. And this is the Bronze Man mode finales. Now, Eliop, for some reason, decided not to publish that video on his Twitch. That's the only stream. He normally live streams and then leaves his videos up on his Twitch. And that's one video he hasn't published. He's left it hidden or deleted, one of the two. And we know why. It's not because of his Bronze Man mode performance. We know it was abysmally dog shit. But that's on everyone's fucking Twitch platform, so why would he delete it all of a sudden? The reason it's removed is because he's been trying to control and steer a narrative with other content creators like a little fucking rat that he is. So we're going to go through that now. Now, we can't get the clips because he's removed the video, but we might be able to get a clip from Savix's stream, maybe, depending on how the YouTube side of things works, because sometimes they block you if there's like audio issues or copyright issues. But what happened is Savix was watching the West Ham live stream, and he had like Skidler and Eliop and whoever the fuck else in the Discord. And Eliop is saying one thing to the content creators in the Discord, but then muting his mic and saying something else to the chat to make me look bad in front of creators while being scolded by his chat. So the chatters, like he's talking about, oh yeah, King Condor, you know, called me a slur or whatever, and now he's banned on Twitch and he thinks it was me that did it. All I did was PK him at clue scroll hunting. I don't know why he's doing this. He's trying to make drama out of it. And then the chatter corrects him and goes, you mean the agility arena is why this is happening and you started it. So he corrects himself. Oh, yeah, whatever. And then he turns to the content creators and goes, he thinks I got him banned on Twitch. And then mutes his mic, goes to his chat and says, I reported the fuck out of him on YouTube. But doesn't want the creators to hear that. Now, what, like Twitch, YouTube, he said YouTube he reported, fine. He didn't know I was streaming on Twitch. Okay, that's cute. But let's back up a second here because one, you didn't know I was on Twitch because I openly clipped you on Twitch and showed you I was clipping you on Twitch. But two, we know for a fact that a lot of the creators, or at least people, would look at you quite negatively or worryingly if they knew that you were openly just going around reporting other creators, especially when you start the drama. You can't handle the drama. You are struggling to even handle yourself. You're crashing out on your live streams. So you resort to reporting me rather than accepting my 1v1 challenge and trying to win back the Mage Bank. What are you, scared? He would rather report me and try to get me banned in the content creator scene, which doesn't work, by the way, on like YouTube because that's not, you know, we don't have retarded TOS over here on this website, but on Twitch, fair enough. That's why I had no problem doing it. I've got other ways to clip. They just have a really good clipping service, which is why I try to use them. But Eliop is clearly running scared here. He clearly has no balls and no way to actually handle this situation. I've offered you many outs. I've offered you many situations. You will get the gear set up the day before we fight. So you'll have plenty of time still to organize going live, making sure that gear is ready. You know the date, you know the time, you know the world. If you don't show up in the correct gear live on your Twitch channel with no one in your Discord, so we can see that we're wearing the same gear and that I can trust you, you're automatically forfeiting the fight and you're scared and you're a fucking idiot. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to put it for you. Eliop, show up, be a man, fight me fairly one-on-one, or be forever a faggot. Quote me on it, put it on a t-shirt, whatever you want to do, but that's what's happening. Until then, I'll keep you guys updated best I can moving forward with this situation. Mazhar, stay away from the children. You're being really weird. BTCs, you've got a lot of money and debt to pay there, so stop worrying about what I'm doing and focus on your criminal life and sort that shit out because you've got fucking issues. And Eliop, I'll see you outside the Mage Bank on the 26th of August, midnight, my time, 30 minutes past midnight, my time, whenever the fuck it is. I doubt you'll be there, but we'll see how we go. Have a good night. Stop being fucking gay. Appreciate you all, everyone else. Hit the like and subscribe button down below. You guys are fucking champions. Have a good night. Thank you. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy.